Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
You gave us the permission for your regulations. The word that describes the best, the people, the name of the sound. It resonates in your houses. You are home. You remind us.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream like haze. Whoa. Inside, they found a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. And just like that, it led back to the oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house.
Glad to see you're still you.
I'm not doing so hot. You're fine. We'll push through this.
Ranger Squad, Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success. What is it?
Medic, what's the damage?
And did you encounter any previously
We need to
unrecorded
get them to a
event or
surgical
entity
station
while inside the
ASAP,
threshold?
but I don't think they're stable enough to move.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah? Well, they're gonna have to be.
Talk about
We are moving out, and I am not leaving them behind.
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring. I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring. Fine, enchanting.
Hey, remember the
Did you
deal?
tell your CO
Kill a
about
hit,
this?
I buy a
No.
shot. Bottom shelf.
Because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
That shit the Hiss are spouting. I've seen parapsychosis, but what the hell is a worm?
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death. The Hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. But Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a Hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. We are just treading water here, and the Hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people. You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base and executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster. You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? They're shattered. Not a single prism left. What the fuck? Let's hurry up and find Darling's lab.
There are areas in the oldest house where, under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from. Extra-dimensional matter. It has the unique property of blocking out a lot of frequencies. A good thing. It keeps things stable, contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665. Neighbor of the Beast. Get it? We can do that again if you... In the oldest house, where under the right conditions, the frequencies match. Other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You Darling's key.
Dimensional matter.
This should get... us into the quarry.
It has the unique property of blocking out a lot of frequencies. A good thing. It keeps things stable, contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665. Neighbor of the Beast. Get it? We can do that again.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy. feel sane. Or the right kind of insane. elevator's broken. Gotta get down the old-fashioned way. Not what I expected.
this Destiny grind.
I feels.
Yeah, man. When does the Shadow Heap come out?
I think it's October 4th. Yeah, I think it's the 4th. If I'm not mistaken.
Yo, when you coming back to prepare for Shadow Keep, yo?
Let me think. What's today? 2019.
What's today? Never.
So September now. I could after I, well, I was gonna say I could after I finish this, but I do want to go back and finish Kingdom Come, which I'm got good progress in. So maybe after that. So
Which
like,
game? Oh yeah, the Claymore, whatever.
yeah,
What's it
the
called?
Claymore game,
Yeah, what's it called?
the
Light
Kingdom Come.
Grenades? Student Kingdom Come?
Yeah,
It's called Kingdom Come?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Claymore Come.
The Claymore. The Claymore. The freaking Claymore, dog.
But yeah, I think once I finish that, I'll I'll get on it because there's nothing like crazy coming out this month except for Zelda. But I don't even get to play the Switch much. Only like here and there. I don't actually take the time to sit and play.
Yeah. The Switch.
Prison for the next little bit, so nice. Oh,
Oh, she's a hole.
And there it is, right where you led me. HRAs, the prisons, they mean something to you. I need to get this prison to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs?
oh, I'm out of here. Oh shit. Oh no. No. You ain't getting me, nigga. Oh shit, this way. Oh damn. They all over.
Bro, just tell me how I can get it. I just wanna know how I can get it. I don't care about the stats. I just want the gun. Give me the gun.
Oh, there's so much I want to play, man, but like, fuck. Just wish I had more time. Now, where's this dude, Marshall? Where is he? Where's your homie at?
Oh my god. Homeboy, can you just tell us how to get it?
Wait, where's Marshall? Wait, what?
Dios mío, pero qué vaina es esto.
Hold on a tick.
Wait, what a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on a tick.
Wait a minute. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna spawn here, cause, you know? Oh my god, does that shit? One of these times when like, if she's here and like, I see that you're on, I gotta go online and be like, oh babe, just do the voice for him. Like,
That shit's funny as hell.
she'll literally be laughing like that for me. She'll be like,
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, get away from me. I wanna know what's... I wanna know what love is. Ooh, I can't. Can I climb on this? Oh shit, I can. Whoa. What the fuck? Wait a minute, why'd I go here? Shit, I went here then.
¿qué lo que, manito? Where's homeboy at? Where's Juntao at?
Why else so quiet?
Why so quiet?
Hidden location discovered. I discovered a location, did I? Oh. Who the fuck is shooting at me? Oh.
Beta lettuce.
Oh. Oh, I died.
When you were playing Destiny, right? That short period of time where you were playing by yourself.
This should get us into the quarry.
What
Yeah.
what was your loadout usually being? Like what was your preferred loadout?
Like weapon wise?
Yeah, like not necessarily like specific weapons, but the types. 'Cause I know that the meta has changed recently.
I usually do like... I remember my favorite shit for a while was the burst, that burst rifle. I forget what it's called.
Pulse gun? Pulse?
Is it a pulse? Yeah, I think it's a pulse.
Pulse rifle?
Yeah, I used to rock the one. Is it called like Vigilance or some shit? It had like the wings on it or something. I forget.
Is that was it a legendary?
It was an exotic one. It was I want to say it's called like Vigilance or something, or I don't know, but it had like wings on it, or it would appear to be wings on it. So I really like rocking that.
Banging.
A pulse, yeah, pulse gun. That was kind of like the last thing I remember using, was always a pulse gun. Because that Vigilance one, I had a good handle on it, so I was able to like do some pretty good damage, especially like in Crucible. The before that, I would usually always go with an assault rifle, but like it'd have to be like a specific one, because you know how some of like the rate of fire on some of them is like crazy fast, but, like the damage isn't.
For what, pulse rifles?
No, like on the regular assault rifles.
Oh yeah.
Some of them had like the super fast rate of fire. I didn't really mess with those. I like the normal ones.
Yeah, so you're talking more like you don't really fuck with the Cerberus regime or something like that. Cerberus regime.
I like regime because I think that one was a slower, right? Or I don't know if they changed that.
Yeah,
But
you can toggle it. You can toggle it off, on and off. So you can make it like very fast, like, or you can make it where it's like if you zoom in, it's like it shoots more like a scout rifle, and then when you shoot from the hip, it shoots very fast.
I remember one of them had like a slow, like I don't want to say slow, but like a slower rate of fire, but it was like super powerful though. Like each bullet that you would land, it would make a mark. So I like those.
What's up, guys?
Hey, guy.
What up, Joe Chansky? Yeah, right now it seems like the meta in this game is pulse rifles and hand cannons. That's what you see on the regular on PvP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on PvE it's mostly assault rifle. Yeah, assault on PvE is mostly assault rifles and fusion rifles as a secondary.
Interesante.
And like the new for I would say for heavy weapons now it's like I see grenade launchers being used a lot more.
Oh yeah. I think last time I played I was trying to mess with those a little more.
Yeah, I have one where it's like wherever you shoot it sticks the grenade to the, like it sticks to wherever it lands, and then it's like a proximity mine, so any enemy that gets near it then blows up.
Nice.
So you don't even have to necessarily hit the target, you just get it right next close to his feet and then bracata.
Close to his foot.
Right next to the mine.
Then he said bracata.
Yo, Joe Jan. Danny and I were talking, like we were just chatting before he went to bed. We were just talking about how, like, you know, we were just like, yo, the break was pretty cool. You know, we got to have fun. We did a bunch of things, and it was mad chill. Everything from like, well, I was telling him everything from like helping Tessa move to G's sister's party thing to just like chilling out here. And I just mentioned to Danny, I was like, yo, like, how do you feel about Johan being here since Thursday? Danny was like, I thought it was dope. Like you know, you know, he's always welcome here. I always enjoy him being here. And I was like, yo, me too. And then me and Danny got talking, and we're just like, yo, once Joe Jan gets his, like, once you get your shit together, in a sense, and like start getting your kind of like, you know, start heading into some sort of like career or like stability, Danny and I were like, yo, we'd move out of here to try to find a spot to like where the three of us could live. You feel me? Because Danny was saying how like he had a lot of trust. Like he didn't mind if you were here by yourself, or he didn't mind you having like a key to like head out and come back. I was like, all right. I was like, that's cool. I'm like, all right. I wouldn't mind seeing that. No, I was like, I don't mind that at all. Like, because, you know, God willing, you know, when the time comes, if G and I make that next step and like get engaged or something, I don't see that happening for like another 2 to 3 years. So I'm just like, I still got like 2 or 3 years left of like living on my own, and Danny's gonna, you know, Danny's not really showing any signs of like tying the knot anytime soon either. So we were just like, yo, if Johan gets his ish together, we'd be down to like look for a spot. So just a thought, because I know that you've been looking to like, you know, eventually get yourself settled in like a job or something and move on and whatnot. So just an idea.
Don't make me cry.
Shut up, nigga.
Look emotional out here, man. Wow.
Yeah, so what he's saying is get your shit together already, alright?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, for real, like, yo. The hell you wasting time?
The fuck, man?
Yo, man, I'm trying out here, dog. I'm trying out here, man.
Yo, I'm trying to do this Exodus Black quest line.
Black? Why gotta be black?
Because it's Exodus.
Oh, alright.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if I can...
Yep. That's the one. That's the shit.
Oh. Ugh.
I do the Exodus Black.
How do I get over there?
What it is over there.
How do I get over there?
If you do quests, it's not necessarily a strike, right?
You do a quest?
Yeah, it's not necessarily. It's not a strike. It's just something else.
Yeah. Unless it says strike, then it's a strike, but if it doesn't say strike, it's just a random, like, side mission.
Bruh, how do I get over there? Fuck, can't get over there.
Bruh.
You come over here.
Maria, come over here. No, you come over here.
Foca.
Top-notch swords.
Foca.
Hey, allihopa.
Douche.
Solar weapons, and machine guns. Solar weapons and machine guns. Solar weapons and machine guns.
Solar weapons.
Yoga flame. PK fire.
Anything here? Ah. Don't think I can do anything down here, but fuck it.
Turn over here. Damn it.
The ultimate warrior. Fuck it.
So, yo, that shit. Your ultimate warrior. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Ah. Bruh.
Speaking of which, have you seen the highlights for the AEW pay-per-view that happened?
Yeah, I saw some,
I didn't see it yet, but I saw that Jericho won he's the first
champ.
ever AEW champ.
Yeah. I figured they'd do that. It was a smart move for now. put it to, you know, a name like him who's already established.
Yeah.
Then it kind of gives the younger guys more of a story, you know.
Yeah.
Because he could be the heel that can basically put them over. That belt's nice though. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the fact that they went back to like that retro kind of feel. Just clean and gold. That's it.
Yeah, all gold, no bullshit.
Yeah, no fucking eco-friendly title. None of that BS.
I would like that the championship that WWE has, if they would like do something simple. I think I said this before, but like, you know how it's just like that W, and then behind the W is just, you know, like the actual strap itself, the black. Like, I would probably like the belt more if the W was on top of like a gold plate.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that whole huge set middle part is fucking massive. And it's just a W.
It's
like,
just black with a W. Like,
right.
It's just leather with a W.
Exactly. Take the W, smack it on a gold plate that fills that whole center. And I think it'd look way nicer, I think.
Deserve.
But what do I know, right? I'm just a guy.
Just a fan.
I'm just a fan.
Right next to the mine.
Yo, I've been reading a lot of shit about this Joker movie, yo. A lot of people praising it.
Yeah, a lot of people just...
A lot of high praise.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure the movie's good, but I think a lot of it is kind of that Mario effect. You just plant the Joker on anything, oh my god, it's so good, it's Joker. Like, get the fuck out of here. But that's just me. And I'm kind of biased towards the movie because I'm just like, why the hell would I want to watch this? It's just me. What do I know?
You're just a fan.
Just a fan. Just a Batman fan. I'm one of those people that just believe that Joker doesn't need its own spin-off movie with the backstory.
Especially if the story is kind of like its own thing. It's like there's no sort of relation to like the comic books, essentially. Like,
yeah.
You could have just called this movie anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was called The Clown, it would not be as praised.
No.
But because it's Joker, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this is just our reimagining of the Joker from the DC universe. We're like, oh my god, Joker. That's why I'm just kind of like, the movie's good because that's...
Yeah.
Same thing, like if you pump out a Mario game that's a similar and call it Legends of the Plumber.
Yeah.
It'll still get good reviews, but it won't be like freaking, people won't be deep throating it like, you know, they would Mario.
That's the shit I would say about, sometimes I'd say about Zelda too.
Yeah.
Not knocking Breath of the Wild at all, but like, I swear, if you call that game something else, I am like 99.9% positive no way it'd be that praised.
Yeah, and I believe you because I haven't beat Legend of Zelda, and I played a little bit of it, like a couple of hours, and I'm not like, oh my god, this game is so good, I have to see it through. I just keep addicted to this game. Like, nah, dog, I don't know. A lot of people got addicted to it, and I didn't.
I mean,
I still own it because it's a good game, and I want to eventually get into it. But
yeah,
it's not on my top 5 to do list.
yeah. I really enjoyed it. You know, I beat it, and I even beat the DLC for it too. But I'm not like, something I see like online, I'm like, what the fuck did I miss here? Like, what did I miss? like,
Like they
like,
made it seem like this freaking game was like freaking. It's like, what's the word? It's like change the like it's a generation changing or something like that. Like
yeah,
revolutionary. There you go. Make it
yeah,
sound like it's like revolutionary.
yeah. And like, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't even put like, I wouldn't even take some of my favorite games on PlayStation. I would never put them on that high pedestal either. You know, like, there's certain games that I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they're definitely pushing sort of the medium forward and stuff in some aspects, but like, I would never be like, oh my god, it's like this game's changed my life. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
There's,
the
there's
way,
only one. There's only one game that I would give props like that to. That's recent, and that's Witcher. Just because I feel like Witcher paved the way for like the Western RPGs. But I don't know. Not so much where I'm like deep throwing it, but it's more
yeah,
just kind of like, yeah, like the game has changed the standard. You know what I mean? Kind of like what MK did for fighting games. I
yeah,
mean, not MK, Injustice.
yeah. Same thing, like, I would agree. Like, I would put Witcher up there because I think a lot of people, like, when Witcher came out, a lot of people were like, wow, like, this is, you know, this is how it should be done, and this is like,
Yeah.
you know, so it's like, you know, and like I said, like,
Yeah.
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild,
Go ahead.
Breath of the Wild is great. Don't get me wrong, and every time I hear people like that, they sort of come up with reasons as to why. They'll say some things like, oh my god, because like you could like things that you think about, and if you do it, it'll work. Like if you cut a tree down and like it fell and made a bridge, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure, but like it's a game that really doesn't hold your hand much either, you know. So you're kind of left to sort of
Yeah.
explore what the mechanics are. And so when you come across new stuff, you think, "Oh my God, wow!" But like, if the game told you you could do that, you wouldn't be saying that, you know. So there's like a
Yeah.
difference, you know. It's like the game doesn't tell you. So when you do it on your own, it feels like, "Oh my God, wow!" You know. And there's games that do that already, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel you. I hear you. I don't. When I played Breath of the Wild, yeah, I just felt like it was a game that doesn't hold your hand, which is, a good thing. But also, I was just like, someone like myself, that shit kind of made me get bored real quick.
Yeah.
I feeling more like, okay, what the heck do I do now? Where do I go from here?
Yeah. Sometimes they leave it too open, where you kind of like, you kind of lose a focus, and then you're kind of left wondering like, okay, what the fuck do I do now?
Oh. Pretty much what there's a couple of games that have that kind of I don't know if I'm saying the right word here, but acclamation. So you
Mhm.
have, I don't even know if that word exists or if it's a real word, but you have games like Injustice that change the way fighting games should be. You have games like The Witcher, which change the way that like, you know, those Western RPGs like should be, and then you have games like Persona, which pretty much changed the game for like JRPGs.
Yeah. And it's because like they actually sort of they go out of their way to do something, not necessarily that it has to be innovative and new,
Yeah,
but in some
just
cases
better.
it is. but in most cases it's just that they do it way better than you would have thought.
Yeah.
You know, and like my time that I spent in Breath of the Wild, I found too, like just sort of the world, while beautiful, I I didn't feel compelled to sort of explore a lot like I did, but the novelty wore off pretty quick. Where it was more of like, I just want to get from point A to point B now, and I just want to move on with the story because while the world is beautiful, it's kind of empty. It's
Yeah.
just sort of like, and then like you have all these abilities and stuff, and the thing is, it's like, what good are they when I can literally be Spider-Man in that game, and I can
Yeah.
just sort of climb on everything.
Executive is in the process of being forced.
So
I agree.
Maintenance is relatively stable. A security employee named
Had to take a detour into the quarry.
One of the things, this is a different topic. I mean, this might be on a different topic, but one of the things that I saw recently for that game, Outer Worlds,
yeah,
somebody did like a preview on it,
Tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
and they were pretty much saying how like the game really kind of just reminded them
17 years I've worked
of
Is here. He
um
was once known as prime candidate
Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, no way. I was like, because New Vegas was one of those games that I played, and I was kind of like, oh, like at that time I wasn't ready for it. But then the more that I got to kind of see videos on it, see reviews on it, stuff like that, I was like, damn, this game was actually banging. Like I wish I could go back and replay it.
yeah.
with him now.
But now I feel like I can get my chance in doing so
Yeah.
Along with every other adult
with something like that.
Eventually, his power changed him.
Because they kept that whole like hardcore aspect that New Vegas had. They're keeping that in this game.
Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where?
That's why I'm like, that's why I'm super excited about Outer Worlds, because
My brother.
that's sort of exactly what I
Thought we were the same.
what I thought of. Where I was like, all right, this is essentially going to be like the spiritual successor to Fallout New Vegas.
I expected as much.
Yeah.
You know,
I need to go check on something.
and you know, I'm gonna
Something
keep,
I cannot let the hiss.
not that I'm gonna keep expectations low,
You must watch the
but I'm gonna keep them at sort of in a check state,
Yeah.
because they're working on sort of a,
Do
you know,
not let him out. Don't
smaller
you
budget, you know what I mean,
How do I make her
Yeah.
compared to, you know, when they were doing,
I'm not here
you
for
know,
this.
with Bethesda or whatever. So
Yeah, you can tell the game is pretty low budget.
yeah,
These people took my
so while it may
That's-
be the same game in a way,
without question.
I'll have to also keep in mind that if there's certain things that I maybe would have expected, if they're not there, I'll be like, okay, it's to be expected, you know, like they didn't have the largest budget to work with, you know what I mean?
I wish you could
That's
tell
why
me what you
I,
know and explain things.
I'm having a hard time, and I'm kind of leaning towards not even just saying F it and not even buying any of them,
Yeah.
because it was between
I
Control,
could use a friend right now.
Greedfall, and Outer Worlds, but Control was like third place, and that's like, you know, maybe if I'm feeling crazy, but Control's one of those games where it's like, I think it's dope, but I'm just like, damn, do I really want to like buy it and play through it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But Greedfall is freaking banging, and it's like, Greedfall to me looks a little bit more like, what's the word I'm looking for? More like, I guess, higher budget
Yeah.
than Outer Worlds, but Outer Worlds seems like the gameplay would probably be a little bit better.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I think they may, honestly, from what I know about both of them, I feel like they may kind of be even, if not maybe, which one would edge it out? And I say that because like, a lot of the stuff that they show on Greedfall and the stuff that they explain, I'm like, holy shit, like, I was like, okay, I was expecting sort of you know, because it is sort of a little lower budget as well,
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting so much more depth than what they say. You know, like they're talking like stuff like almost Obsidian like, you know, talking about like the crew that you bring, and then, you know, you're talking with them, and then you sort of learn their story, and then you can do the quests for their stories and stuff like that, and then like even the specific crew members that you bring with you, depending on sort of the area, the circumstances, they will all react differently to things.
Yeah.
And then some of them could even be confrontational or whatnot, and may leave or whatever.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah.
stuff that,
Some of them could even freaking dipset on you. They just be like, "Yo, I don't fuck
yeah,
with you no more."
yeah. And this is the same type of shit that you hear them talk about for Outer Worlds as well. And
Yeah,
like I love that stuff. Like I love that. Like that to me is
yeah.
cool stuff. Like I
That
love
that's
that detail.
that's what made Mass Effect so enjoyable for me. Not the, I mean, no one ever really left you, but just the fact that like, you know, your relationships could take a hit,
Yeah.
especially for number two, yo. Number two is like if you don't have a good relationship with someone, they freaking die at the end of the last mission.
Yeah. But like I love the sort of dynamic feel with these two games where it's like you don't have to wait